Be number one.
Rico, available at Coeco Office Systems in Greenville, Kitty Hawk, and New Bern.
It's back, the WITN 7 Washington Toyota Halftime Shootout. Be the first correct caller when we ask a trivia question on WITN 7 Sports. You'll be our guest the next evening at a men's game at Williams Arena in Minges Coliseum. During halftime, you'll have 35 seconds to hit as many free throws as you can. The top 4 season qualifiers come back on February 20th to shoot it out. Win that night and get a $1,500 gift certificate and 2 round-trip airline tickets from ITG Travel in Greenville. The WITN 7 Washington Toyota Halftime Shootout. Be there.
Hi, I'm Linda Shore, and this is my husband, Rod.
Hi.
And every year we love to decorate.
We.
All right. My husband likes to decorate the front of the house to spread a little bit of Christmas joy to all the kids in the neighborhood, and the big kids, too. We've got Snoopy on the lawn, Santa on the porch, and the wreath in the window. Oh, and I almost forgot the icicle lights. Hit it, honey. From our house to your house, happy holidays.
Like to know more about the Pirate Basketball Syndicate Program, call the Marketing Department at 328-4530. Let's give these businesses a big round of applause.
Welcome back to the Joe Dooley Show. The Pirates play a home game on a Saturday night in Greenville against one of the storied basketball programs in the country, the Evansville Purple Aces. And Joe, it's great that we had an opportunity really to have them come into Greenville to play.
Well, they're a program that has great tradition. They've great fans following them. They average almost 9,000 people at home. They've through the years have won an awful lot of games, and Jim Cruz has done a great job with that program, first class all the way, and we were very fortunate that we were able to schedule them.
Evansville is a team that can absolutely shoot the lights out, and the Pirates saw that firsthand. They came in shooting 52% from the field, almost 47% from the three-point line, and Joe, they're just a bear to play against, aren't they?
Well, they've got so many guys. A lot of times when you play teams, they've got one or two guys. You say, well, he can shoot the three or he can shoot the three. I mean, it must have sounded like a broken record, because every time we went through the scouting report, he can shoot the three and he can shoot and their post guys step out. Begley can shoot it. Snow can shoot it. I mean, they're just all around. They can really just hit you from a lot of different ways.
Let's go out to Williams Arena, Minges Coliseum now, and pick up the highlights. It's a battle of the Purples as the Purple Aces take on the Purple Pirates. Pirates and the Evansville Purple Aces, and Evansville attacks right from the get-go, Joe, and these guys come out shooting the lights out.
Snow, there's your foreman who continuously jumps outside and goes down the perimeter, and they gave us matchup problems. Nice finish right there by Valdes. Nice pass, nice finish.
Valdes got off to a good start in this ball game as the Pirates now look to penetrate and take a perimeter jump shot of their own.
There goes Brandon with a nice pass, nice shot for a three-pointer.
We knew this would be a shootout between a couple teams here tonight at a high-scoring game as Brandon Hawkins steps up and hits another three, and Joe, the freshman, just continues to do a great job for you.
He really does. He's one of those guys that just continues to get better, and there goes the Valdes. Nice job in transition, and the Valdes gets an easy basket for himself.
Story in this first half is the way Evansville shot the ball 62% in the first half, and their sights taking it to the basket. An opportunity for a three-point play. Pirates come back now, and good look, and Neal punts open.
Nice pass by David Taylor. He drove the ball. Neal caught the ball and was able to get his feet on him and finish. It was a nice finish, and there's Wilson making a pass, and here they go hitting another three. It was a long first half for the Pirates.
Snow and Runyon, those guys really popped out and hit a lot of threes in this ball game. Shots from the perimeter, just like that one right there. And Joe, it was amazing to watch these guys shoot the basketball.
They put on a clinic. They did a real nice job. There we go, executing out in our half-court offense. Nice basket by Quincy Hall.
Quincy stepped up, played well. You needed some good scoring from your inside guys, and Quincy did it. Here's Keon. He pops out and hits a jumper.
Well, we decided to go zone for possession, and they said, we'll hit a three against the zone. So that was about the end of the zone for us. There goes Valdes on a nice reversal, nice three-point shot for E.
Yeah, Joe, I would think a zone against these guys would be deadly.
It really is. When you shoot almost 50% from the three-point line, that's a phenomenal statistic. It's good to see Garrett get back on track, and there's the end of the half. They hit a little flare. It was a tough play. Garrett got hung up a little bit, and Runyon knocked home another one, put him up 9.
Runyon's dad played a Butler, was an outstanding player. Must have taught him how to shoot like that. Pirates down 9 at halftime, and now East Carolina coming back. Valdes Joe sees hits the jumper off the baseline.
That was a great play by Valdes. Once again, David with a nice pass, and Steven took that one right to the rim.
That was a great dunk by Steven. He got fouled, a three-point opportunity. Brandon comes back This is a shot here, but look at him scramble and pick up that loose ball. Great hustle.
Well, those are the type of hustle plays that win games for you, and you get points out of it because he ran a ball down. Instead of quitting on the play, he ran it down. And, they sprint the ball back down the court. They were very good in transition. They, watching tape, they really, I knew they were a great offensive team, but they did a great job of really pushing the ball in transition against us.
That was a great pass, too, underneath for the open layup. And now David Taylor, who was in the starting lineup, comes back and gets a perimeter jump shot for the Pirates, and East Carolina's starting to make a move here.
Nice execution. There goes a nice pass by Garrett. Excellent finish by Quincy off the dribble penetration.
And the Pirate fans, Blackbeard's bench, they called them this year, getting into the ball game behind East Carolina's bench. And we see the Pirates come back, and then Lico Dunk really played well down the stretch.
Lico played very well, and there he was really poised. He wasn't rushing offensively. He did a nice job of slowing down a little bit. I think that gave him a clearer look at what he was getting. Here goes a nice job by David Taylor pulling up, and David played really well, made some big shots for us.
Made some big defensive plays as well. Gives the Pirates a lot of athleticism at that position. But Evansville would just come back and keep bombing away.
Every time they forced us to help, they made the extra pass, and guys got shots, and they're such a good shooting team. And there goes Lico hitting another three, which was really huge for us.
Lico would hit 3 threes in this game, and really he was the man down the stretch. But we see Wilson come back and hit one here. But, Joe, you guys did a great job on him.
We really did. The guys all did a good job. There was a nice penetrating pitch by Evaldes to Lico. But Wilson, he's just one of those guys that he's going to score in bunches. And every time he touched the ball, I held my breath.
Huge play by Brandon Hawkins. Makes the steal, gets the layup at the other end. And the Pirates are right back in it here, nip and tuck down the stretch. And then Lico makes a real big play here.
That was a great play by Lico. He finished it. He got to the rim and was able to make the shot and also made the free throw.
Three-point opportunity was huge. 19 seconds to go. The Pirates looking for the shot here to win it, and Brandon Hawkins delivers.
Great pitch. Lico really had great poise right there. Brandon found an open spot, and this time we were fortunate enough. Steven tips the ball out, and we were able to rebound and wrap up a possession at the end, and Brandon made one of the 2 free throws for us.
Brandon's going to come to the other end, a chance for 2 free throws. Pirates leading by 2, a chance to put it away by hitting both free throws and going up by 4 points. You can see how excited the fans are here at Williams Arena, Minges Coliseum, as the Pirates on their feet with Coach Dooley, and Brandon would split the pair at the line, and East Carolina would win it by 3 points over that man's team, Jim Cruz and the Evansville Purple Aces. Final score, Pirates 82 and Evansville 79.
Yeah, Tuesday game, it was real disappointing for us, and we were glad, and we worked our butt off this week in practice so we could bounce back and come out with a victory for the fans this game.
It's really important. You got to get all your home games, because it's nice to go out on the road and steal a couple, but it's a must-win situation when you're playing at home. The first few games, I haven't been on top of my game. I've been in some sort of slump, but it's good to come out at home.
Yeah, it really got us going. Really enthused us to get defensive effort. We picked it up in our second half. The crowd stayed behind us and they helped us out. It was a big lift.
What a great win for East Carolina. The Pirates get great play down the stretch to win it, down by as many as 11 points in the ball game. And Joe, your guards played so well. Lico Dunk maybe had a career game. Brandon Hawkins hit the big 3. We think of those 2 guys as point guards, but you had them on the floor at the same time a lot.
Well, Brandon was making some shots. We decided we need to keep him out. The other thing was his defensive pressure helped us. Lico did an absolutely terrific job on Wilson. We kept him in the game because he was doing such a good job, and his defense got him going. He made big shots. He might have played the best game he's played since he's been at East Carolina.
All the little things, too, maybe the average fan doesn't see, but Joe, as a coach, I know you see things like picks and defensive pressure and guys guarding people, and I know some guys really played well for you.
Neil Punt stood up in the second half especially. He saved probably 5 or 6 baskets just doing the little things. Stephen Branch stepped up in the second half because he had a rough first half. We were on him about letting Snow shoot the ball, and then when you watch the way the kid made shots, Stephen probably did a better job even in the first half than we thought. They made some tough shots, and when you shoot 62% in the first half, we obviously had some problems.
Pirates played better defense in the second half. Joe, any reason for that?
Well, I'll tell you quite honestly, it wasn't really any adjustments. They made shots. We really didn't have much else to run at them. I thought the kids just stayed after it, and hopefully it seemed like they tired a little bit. And, when people shoot 62 in the first half, you're hoping they'll cool off a little bit.
One wondered if Evansville would ever cool off, though, because those guys came in shooting the lights out. But the Pirates post a very big win. We're coming back with more on the Joe Dooley Show right after this timeout.
He'll look to back it out. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Lico going to the baseline. Lico in trouble. Finds Hawkins. 3 by Brandon. It's good. Brandon Hawkins hits the 3-pointer. Brandon Hawkins. Pirates through. 12 seconds to go.
Most trophies you put on the shelf. This one, you can drive. An advanced dual overhead cam V6. 4-wheel independent touring suspension. And now, ranked best premium midsize car in initial quality by J.D. Power & Associates. And with a lease of just $289 a month, the Chrysler Concorde LX is bound to win you over too. Chrysler, engineered to be great cars.
Carolina Chrysler Plymouth, proud to be the official vehicles of the Carolina Panthers.
Bill, I'd like to download your knowledge.
You have a micro window of opportunity.
Coloring outside the
I'm looking at a
lines
major paradigm shift here.
Definitely begun to accelerate the learning.
It's not about you, Bill. It's about me.
It's a vision thing.
I'm penciling you in, idiot.
At United States Cellular, we see a cell phone as a way to stay safe and a way to stay close.
We're into extra innings. Did you get her to sleep?
Sound more like you?
Fine. She's got like a light.
United States Cellular, the way people talk around here.
Oh, hey, by the way, while you're at the marketplace, get something from the bakery. How about some cheese? Pick me up a little bit of spending money, please. How about some greeting cards, some ribbon, and some wrap? Odds and ends, you know, a little this, a little that. You can save more than money, you can save time too. That puts a smile on your face while you're at the marketplace. Ah, Winn-Dixie Marketplace. Isn't life delicious?
Hi, I'm Anna Holloman, and good things are happening for you and your family here in Eastern Carolina. Christmas is calling you on December 11th, 12th, and 13th. Join the First Church of Christ in Washington for their Living Christmas Tree. For more information, call 252-946-5236. On Saturday, December 12th from 12 until 4 p.m., the Future Farmers of America alumni will hold a car wash at the Swan Quarter Fire Department. December 17th through the 20th, capture the magic of Christmas. Inglewood Baptist Church presents the 1998 Rocky Mount Living Christmas Tree. You can call 252-451-0218 for information. And on Thursday, December 17th, join the City of Havelock for their Christmas in the Park. For more information, call 252-447-5043. Please send your announcements 2 weeks in advance to Good Things, P.O. Box 468, Washington, North Carolina, 27889.
Welcome back to the Joe Dooley Show. It's a luxury that East Carolina basketball has never had in the past, and that's 2 7-footers. Alphonse Van Eerland, of course, has been in the program, and this year Quincy Hall is on the floor for the very first time, and Quincy's made quite a contribution.
Quincy really has. You know, sometimes as coaches, we forget that, you know, he hasn't played in 3 years. We redshirted him last year. He's been hurt for 2 years. Obviously, he's shown a lot of perseverance and coming back from 2 ACL surgeries. A lot of kids don't get back from one. He's had one on each leg. He's a work in process. He's one of those guys that will just continue to get better. He just needs some experience, and fortunately for him, he's getting a lot right now.
Out of Cleveland, North Carolina, by way of Northland Pioneer Junior College in Arizona, the guy they call Q, Quincy Hall. And now we have this report.
At 7 feet tall, junior center Quincy Hall provides the Pirates with a major force in the middle. But at one point in his basketball career, Hall almost gave up on the sport.
I had already torn my right ACL coming out of high school. And after rehabilitation, I got my right one back to 100%, and then I tore my left one, and that's when it sort of went like all downhill. I wanted to give up, and Coach Dooley gave me a call. He told me he'd be out the following week to come to see me. And they just stayed by me.
As if blowing both knees wasn't bad enough, the timing for these injuries couldn't have been worse for Hall.
Good job of handling pressure. Neal was open in the back end, and we were able to throw over the top. Neal was able to get the dunk for us.
And then down the stretch, Pirates go to the free throw line, really make them count. David Taylor does a good job at the line, Blackwelder as well. And East Carolina wins by 10 points over Francis Mary in the final. Pirates 75 and the Patriots 65.
I don't want to take anything away from them. They definitely came out and played a good game, played a great game. They were real intense, but you know, we like I said, we were coming off the break and stuff like that, and you know, it wasn't the East Carolina that we've been used to as a team. You know, it wasn't the East Carolina that was on the road the other day.
We got to come into every game and be ready to play. Just like some nights you're not ready, and we got to give them credit. They came in here and they said, you know, we're playing a D1 school, but we're not just going to roll over and die. You know, they came out and they played a great game, and we played a so-so game. So, I mean, there will be nights where we'll play good and the team will play bad and we'll blow them out. That's just the way it's going to be sometimes.
Well, I don't think tonight was my night. I think the reason why you might think it is because my teammates were able to screen and get me open, and they found me when I was open, and I was able to score.
As so often is the case in games like East Carolina playing Francis Marion, it seems like Garrett Blackwelder comes to play in those games. He plays every game, Joe, but he's had some really good ball games against the Francis Marions of the world.
He does, and he did a nice job. The guys did a good job of getting him open. He made shots. He took good shots. And, you know, we needed someone to step up. He made some big shots, especially in the latter part of the second half when we were struggling. And, you know, obviously without a Volts, we're looking, we need to redistribute a lot of our points. There goes 17 points a game. Guys are having to take different shots. Guys are having to take more shots, and Garrett really stepped up and made a nice night for himself.
And Garrett always talks about the guys who screen for him, and Neil Punt we talked about last week on the show. And Neil does so many things to help get these guys open, doesn't he?
He does. Neil did a real nice job screening. Quincy did a good job. You know, Stephen Branch did a good job screening. All those guys did their job, and you know, to those kids' defense also, they're getting a little bit worn down. Without Fonz, we're short in the post, and they're having to play more minutes. And even in practice, we don't have any post subs. So that really makes a big difference.
Quincy Hall's had to play a lot of minutes, Joe, and he's responded pretty well.
Q has. He's getting better. Obviously, we said the same thing about him as we did with Fonz, that he just needs experience in order to get better. Followed up a good game at Georgia with a pretty good game against Francis Marion, and you know, we just need him to develop some consistency, which will come with experience.
We'll be back with more on the Joe Dooley Show. We'll head on up to the Robins Center in Richmond and take a look at the ball game on Saturday as the Pirates take on the Spiders right after this timeout.
He said he knew where he was going. My husband, the human compass.
You okay?
Yeah, fine.
She knows we're lost.
I said we should have looked this antique place up, but no.
I'm a dead man.
Sprint Yellow Pages. So complete, it even helps you find those out-of-the-way places. It's the best red Yellow Pages.
How much trouble can I be in? Oh.
To be 103. I'll start each day with strong, hot coffee. I will never get tired of walking on the beach. And when I go to the bank, they will know my name.
Beeline Spiders, and Joe, it's always a tough trip.
It is, and you know, Coach has done a great job up there. Obviously, they've got some very good, you know, they've got a very good team. Jonathan Baker's a terrific player who had a great season for him last year. They've probably got one of the best, if not the best, freshmen in the league, in Charles Stevens. And, you know, they're obviously their system's very good. They screen, they move the whole time, and the Robins Center is a very difficult place to play.
Yeah, no doubt about it. John Beeline's really a well-respected coach. And, of course, last year, Joe, he came into the league and won the league, won the tournament, and also upset South Carolina in the tourney.
He did. I mean, he was a few minutes away from, you know, they played Washington, a tough game, to get to the Sweet 16. He's done a great job. He's, you know, he's very systematic in what he does, and he recruits players for his system.
No doubt about it. Let's go up to the Robins Center in Richmond and pick up the highlights as the Pirates take on the Spiders. Pirate basketball highlights brought to you by PCS Phosphate. Joe, we pick up the action, and Richmond gets off to a 4-0 lead here, and Charles Stevens, their outstanding freshman, gets the first basket of the ball game.
Well, Stevens stepped back and knocked home a 15-footer, and he's a great shooter from that range, and you know, they really got off to a good start. Kente Smith and Stevens, all those guys really got them out and rolling early.
And then Stephen Branch comes back with a dunk for the Pirates to cut it to 9-4.
Well, you know, we hadn't stopped them offensively. The problem is defensively. We had no stops. They made about the first 7 or 8 shots, and we never were able to corral them and control it.
Kente Smith gets a basket here with 15:50 to go up 13-6, and he got off to a fast start too.
He had a terrific start. He was very good along the baseline, made some in-between shots, nice step-through move, and really got them off to to a very good start.
Garrett Blackwelder comes back here and nails the jumper for the Pirates.
Garrett had a solid night. He made some shots, he was especially effective in the first half.
And then Smith comes back and nails a three-pointer here, and Richmond's got it going.
Yeah, they got in an offensive rhythm early. They were, once they got it going, we were never able to stop them for the most part.
Pirates scratching back here about halfway through the first half, and Garrett Blackwelder steps up and makes a three.
Garrett found the spot. We were able to pitch it to him, and made a nice play.
Also, a made layup by Neil Punt. Joe, you were going to Neil early in this ballgame.
Yeah, Neil did a nice job. He established himself early in the post, and he did some good things down there, got some baskets, and that helped us a little bit.
Quincy Hall also, with about 5 minutes to go in the first half, gets a jumper as Quincy gets involved in the offense.
Well, Q had a slow start and really finished fast, was very active and played a good game himself.
Kente Smith, again with another basket here with 4:40 to go, and Richmond takes a commanding lead here.
Yeah, he was really good along the baseline, very good at pulling up and shooting in between jump shots, and gave us matchup problems the whole night.
Garrett Blackwelder gets a three here with about 2 minutes to go in the first half.
Well, we dug ourselves a big hole, and unfortunately we weren't able to do. That's what we talked about at halftime, was just chipping away. We weren't able to do it.
Pirates down 47-29 at halftime, coming back with more highlights in the second half, and unfortunately, Joe, Richmond kind of picked up where they left off, and Stevens gets a jumper here.
Yeah, first he bounced back out and knocked him another jump shot, and like we said, he's a terrific mid-range jump shooter, excellent mid-range jump shooter.
And the Pirates try to get back. Brandon Hawkins getting back into the flow of things, and Brandon makes a jumper.
Well, Brandon had a rough night for a freshman, and he's had some good games for us. He had a rough one against Richmond, but we know he'll bounce back, and it was good to see him make a jump shot there.
Yeah, the Richmond Spiders continue to add to their lead in this ball game, and then late in the ball game, Lico Dunk comes up with a jumper, and also Kenyatta Brown did a good job for you late, Joe.
Kenyatta did. He made some good plays. He was effective. He was efficient. He played really hard, and that'll get him some more opportunities.
But it was too little, too late for the Pirates as the Richmond Spiders go on for the 23-point victory. Final score: Richmond 83 and East Carolina 60.
We came out a little flat tonight, and give credit to Richmond. They played a great ball game, and they just played a great game.
We just, I don't know. I think before the game, we was prepared. I guess we didn't do things we were supposed to do, and that was the bottom line. That was it.
We knew their offense better than they knew it, but we came out just expecting to be able to roll over them because they came off 2 losses. They took the fight to us more than we needed to take it to them. And that's pretty much the summary. Positive thing is we, down 30 at the end, we didn't give up. We kept pressing. The young guys got in there and did the best they could.
It's been an award-winning year. So
really done a great job this year for you, Joe. And I know you go back a long way with Stephen, don't you?
Well, Stephen, obviously, we went to the same high school and played for the same high school coach, and Hank Cordero. And Stephen's a person who's got outstanding talent, both academically and basketball-wise. And Stephen just needs to become a little bit more consistent in his everyday effort. And he's a young kid, so that's going to come. But he's had some spectacular nights, and I think his best days are in front of us.
Well, there's no doubt about it. Stephen Branch is an explosive player, Joe. I think he's becoming one of the favorites for Pirate fans with the slam dunks and the acrobatics. I mean, this kid can really jump.
He does a lot of really good athletic things, and he's only a sophomore. He's a young sophomore, and I think that we talk about this as a staff all the time. That the older he gets, the better he's going to get because he's a good hard worker. He's a good person, and we're excited about having him for 2 more years.
Let's take an up-close and personal look now at number 14, Mr. Excitement for the Pirates, Stephen Branch.
Sophomore forward Stephen Branch plays like he practices, leaving everything on the court. It's that style of play that has made Branch the second leading rebounder on the team this season.
Just kind of being relentless on the glass. I think if I go to the glass like I should every time when the ball's up, I think there's no one that can keep me away from getting to the ball. I feel like Dennis Rodman sometimes. You just go out. It's like no matter how big the person is, as long as I play hard and do the things I'm capable of doing, I can get to it.
For his effort, his playing time has dramatically increased from his freshman season, allowing Branch to fine-tune his game.
I think it's very important to be consistent throughout the game, throughout the whole season, because a lot of times you play well one game, then the next game it's like you play like sorry, and then like I personally feel like I let the team down if I'm not consistent in every game. So I just want to give a consistent effort every game.
Coincidentally, Branch attended the same high school as head coach Joe Dooley, but the university as a whole sold Branch on being a Pirate.
The basketball program and then the educational program, like I did a little looking into the system where they had a lot of different teaching programs here at the school. So I think that was real important to me because I want to major in elementary ed. So I think the two programs combined just made my decision.
A decision beneficial to Branch and the Pirates. Reporting for the Joe Dooley Show, I'm Ray Fisher.
Thanks, Ray. We're coming back with more on the Joe Dooley Show right after this timeout. We'll be home on Wednesday. The VCU Rams come in, and then Saturday it's up to Harrisonburg to take on James Madison. VCU ball club under Mac McCarthy. Finally, Mac's team. He was with Sonny Smith last year, and now it's all Mac's show.
Well, Mac did a great job at UTC. You know, Sonny kidded last year that Mac was really coaching him, and he really was. But, you know, Mac has done a real good job. They've brought in a lot of new kids. Sean Hampton, their freshman, is their leading scorer, who's a very athletic, was a very highly recruited player. You know, we go from there to James Madison. James Madison obviously has got a very experienced team with Chatney Howard back, Eugene Atkinson. Perry's had a heck of a year, and, you know, they're a team that is always, they're very athletic. They're not overly big this year, but their transition's very good, and they're really pressuring people.
Yeah, the thing that really jumps out at you as far as VCU is concerned, Joe, when you look at the box scores, there's so many new names. It looks like Mac is starting with some of his own kids.
Mac did, and you know, they signed about 7 or 8 kids. They've got a big Russian center that they're starting. Obviously, Patrick Kojo's back. Obviously, Lamar Taylor's a great little backcourt player. Scott Lilly's back. But Ragland in the backcourt is a real good player, and I think they've got a team that Mac's trying to fit his personality and his style into.
James Madison, always really tough to play in Harrisonburg against the JMU Dukes. And, Joe, you mentioned the core of players they have. Really, when you look at those 4 or 5 guys they can put on the floor, they can compete with anybody in this league.
And the kid Oates in the backcourt, Oates, actually, and, you know, real good little point guard. Ned Felton's a senior. You know, they've got a good core of seniors. Strickland's a big kid in the middle. And, you know, they've got a bunch of guys that have been through a lot of games in the CAA.
And Sherm Dillard, another young coach in this league, but Sherm's been around the block here now in the CAA one time, so he's getting his program in place, too.
He's got a feel for everything, and obviously Sherman's been around for a while, having been at Georgia Tech, Maryland, Cal. I mean, he's been coaching for a long time, does a very good job, and, you know, his kids play hard and they're organized.
Couple of games for the Pirates in conference play this week, and Joe, how do you feel about your ball club? I mean, things are really going to crank up now as far as the CAA season's concerned.
Well, you know, this is where we'll hopefully some of these preseason games, pre-conference games will end up helping us. You know, we'll see whether playing Evansville and Georgia and those type of people will show, and hopefully they'll enable us to compete at a high level in the CAA.
That's the head coach of the Pirates, Joe Dooley, and we'll come back next week, kick it around some more on Pirate basketball with Joe Dooley. Have a good weekend.
24 points and 8 rebounds from freshman Charles Stevens. As a team, Richmond shot over 55% from the field, while the Pirates only managed to hit 40% of their shots. ECU was led by 15 points from Quincy Hall. The loss drops the Pirates to 1-1 in conference play.
I don't want to take anything away from them. They definitely came out and played a good game, played a great game. They were real intense, but you know, we like I said, we were coming off the break and stuff.
In revenues. Yesterday, the two sides finally came together on a 6-year collective bargaining deal with an option for a 7th year. So the players get what they wanted, the owners get what they wanted, and that's fine and dandy. But what about the people who really matter? The fans. Well, today, NBA Commissioner David Stern announced that each team will play 2 exhibition games this year, to which fans can attend free of charge. Also, $510 tickets will be available at all NBA games next season, making it affordable for the average Joe to take his wife and 2.4 kids to see the best basketball players on the planet. Definitely a step in the right direction in bringing fans back to the game.
There are many people who say the proof